thought that was a lucky penny. Alright guys, look, we got the fish finder. It is going to work like this, I promise. At least that's what we're hoping. And we got some bubble gum. I'll show you guys why in a second. Alright, we are floating. This could be tricky because there are cables everywhere. And jet skiers, our best friends. Oh, I didn't even take the sticker off yet. Dun da da da. Voila. Alright, so this is the transducer. And the power. Look, I hooked the battery up. Here's the power cable. And here's the power button. Looky here, looky here. And it is 4 feet deep. Dang, it's 14 feet right here. I had no idea it was this deep right here. Oh, there was a fish just jumped. I might need to stop screwing around. Oh, look at that drop off right here. All in that weed bed right there. Woo! There's so much down there that I had no idea. Look at this. Cool. Well, where are we gonna put this sucker? Right there, I guess. That works, right? Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I think that'll work. Let's go ahead and put on a bait. So that is why I have the bubble gum, because I was in the mood for it, and I found these baits, and they look like bubble gum. They're even called bubble gum. It's the Super Salt Plus from Zoom bubble gum. I got my Hayabusa weedless wacky hook, and we are gonna rig this, not right in the middle like a wacky worm. Well, maybe a little bit more forward. Never fished one like this, so we're gonna hook it up and see what it looks like under the water. Oh, that looks pretty neat. So what's cool about this is you can see that worm. So when a fish comes up and eats it, you get to see the strike. It's almost like fishing topwater, but on a windier day like this, you might have better luck. So you just kind of fish it like a topwater bait, just jerk it, twitch it, watch it. It's supposed to be like very visual. See that? And hopefully the fish like this bubblegum flavor as much as I like bubblegum. All right, let's go get into some fish. Look at that, it shoots right through those weeds. You can't see anything because those weeds were right up to the surface. You see this? And the transducer is like right under me. Oh wow, look, you can just see that weed bed just drop off. There is like a weed drop-off edge right there, and there could be fish holding on that. What's cool about this shallow water like this too is I'll see that fish come hit it. Come on, fishy, come on. This is within casting distance of this dock. So and this worm is so light. I guess a lot of people throw it on like spinning reels, but I'm having no problem casting it with this. There's lures right here. Yes. Oh, that was awesome. I watched him slam it. Go right on the edge of that weed bed. That's how it's supposed to be. Oh, that was awesome. Come on, buddy. Oh, he's just barely hooked. Got him. Look how he's just barely hooked. Oh, that was so cool. He was just like, oh, pow. Oh, and that bubble gum. You like some bubble gum, Bassie? I want some bubble gum too. Oh, that smells so good. That real bubble gum. So for real, that bass was right here. See the edge of those weeds? And I watched him come up and smash it. See that bubble gum? That bubble gum gets her done. That was a nice little bass drop bass right there. It was such an epic eat. So awesome. You love bubble gum just as much as I do, don't you? We'll let you go, little guy. Woo! Golly, he was ready. So, the Zoom trick worm on bubblegum is an awesome bait. I watched him eat it. He was like, he's probably never seen anything like that before. I don't know if bass are colorblind. Why would they be eating bubblegum? Yeah, it's like 5 p.m. and this hot pink color right here, it's just crazy. Why would a bass eat this? Like hot pink. It doesn't look like a bait fish or nothing. I don't know. Maybe they're colorblind. I guarantee you this worm doesn't taste as good as this bubble gum does. It's not quite bubble ready. Oh, there's some little bass right there. And bluegill. Bubble gum. So we might be going through some worms, guys. It's already ripped. You see that? We might be able to salvage it if we just go on just this side right here. Let's see how that looks in the water. We might just put on a new worm. It's ripped. And they're Zoom. They're super cheap. This whole pack, how many's in here? 20 worms was like $3. Crazy. Made in the USA. Bass love them. There we go. Oh yeah, look how flat that sits. And then, oh, it's so juicy. There's a big old bluegill looking at it right now. You stay away from my worm, bluegill. It's kind of nice being back in here, shielded from the wind, but we're done hanging out with turtles. Let's go catch us some fish. And this is pretty heavily fished. Like, that fish was within casting distance of that dock. And he still ate the bubblegum worm. Golly, it's so windy out there. We might just have to fish these. Oh, that was a big old turtle. We might just have to fish these reeds real quick. Just kind of as we go, looking for that nice come up and eat bite. Fishing that worm kind of fast, almost like a jerk bait, you guys, or maybe even like a frog, like pop, pop, pop. You want the edges of that worm to just work like this. Ooh, I don't know if that was a bluegill or not, but I had a nibble. Another cool thing you can do with these worms, right there where it's split, I'm just going to rip that off. And I have my BFS. I'm just going to nose hook this just like that. Now it looks like a little minnow. Now this is not weedless at all, but it looks like a little minnow or a little pink worm. Whoops, trying a little too hard. BFS, bait finesse cast. Oh, and I almost fall in. Oh, there's a fish. Whoo, little dinky one, it works. He wanted that bubble gum. There we go, little guy. Look at you. There we go, just the number 1/0 hook. Half a worm. Getting them dinks all day. As we're going into the reeds. Woo. Oh, fish. There we go. Oh, right in the roof of the mouth. That's perfect. Oh, that came right out. That was easy. All right, little guy. We'll put you back into this tree. Oh, we're gonna get full of spiders. No. Did you ruin my worm? That's the question. It doesn't look like it. And that's another thing about this worm. It's pretty thin. You see how thin that is? Like, I didn't even really have to set the hook. He kind of hooked himself. And it didn't ruin my worm. He just hit it on the fall. I wasn't even paying attention. It was just dead sticking like that. And then bam! That's what I like about this bait. It's really versatile. You can fish it faster, like almost subsurface. And then you can just dead stick it just like you would a wacky worm. And it's pink. Like, what in the world? He came right off of this log here. You might want to fish this a little better in here. Ooh, it's at a big old log. Yeah, you can see the timber and stuff on the fish finder. See those logs? That's probably the one I hit. It's like 8 feet of water right here. Yep, there it is right there, big old tree. Audio sync. Oh, this is kind of a pain, you guys. I cannot wait to get everything in to mount all this stuff correctly. I just got my fish finder chilling on this block of wood. I got my battery right here. All the cables are just laying here on the deck. Oh, but it's working. I think we got 4 feet, a bunch of weeds down there. Look at that. 9 feet, maybe there's a tree down there or something. That's pretty crazy looking right there. I wonder if that guy in that kayak already fished all this. If so, I wonder if we're going to be able to get some on this worm where he was missing them. There's one in the weeds. Come on out of there, little guy. Woo! You ate that bubble gum. Right on the outside edge of that weed bed. Right in the corner of the mouth. Just how they're supposed to be. You little guys would be fun on the BFS. Whoop! Ooh. Oh, he hit it too. That little guy hit it right where I saw him. There's some schoolers over there. Right in the sun. Hey, there's a fish. I love it when they're schooling. Oh, it's so much fun, especially on the BFS. This is a little bit nicer one. Come on, buddy. Got him right in the tongue. Thanks for the fight. We're in 12 feet of water right here too, right on the edge of this weed bed. You see that? Now that is cool. Just the skinny end of that pink worm got her done. That worm looks so good. So I just take a worm, one of the broken ones, and about halfway through right there. And that's it. Just a little piece of worm like that, hooked with a 1/0 owner wacky hook. Oh, that's not in the center though. There we go, and that's been getting it. We're in 8 feet of water, and the weeds are, ooh, there's one. Oh, he came off. I need to tighten my drag just a couple clicks. I was not expecting that bite, because usually, ooh, there's another one. Usually I have to see where they're schooling and then cast into the school, but sometimes I get lucky like this. That's 2 and 2 casts. Woohoo! This one might be a little bigger. You can jump for me? Woo! Look at this. Golly. We're in 17 feet of water. I still haven't even really seen the fish. Oh, that's a nice one right there, right in the top of the mouth. That's the big one of the day, I think. Oh, dang it, boy, what are you doing out here in the sunset? You took my worm, but now that's a fun fish on a BFS. That's a big bass for bass drop, and I caught on that tiny little piece of the bubblegum worm. Gosh, this is so much fun. That's a nice bass. He pulled, gosh, he fought good. That was awesome. BFS, I love it, man. Really love BFS fishing. Let's go ahead and measure this one, see how long he is. All right. 17. 16. We'll give him 16 3/4. Nice bass, guys. Whew, in that sunset, look how pretty that is. Golly, thank you so much. We'll let you go just like this. Oh, I got soaked. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm gonna just let him go normal. Whew. Let me wipe this off my GoPro. So what's cool about the depth finder is I've been able to stay like, I can kind of see where this drop off is, and it kind of goes like that. And that's where those fish are. They're up in there on that drop off. And then I can see them coming up and surface. It's just so cool to see how it all works. Like now that I have the fish finder. See, I got 4 feet of weeds here, and then that drop off was just right there behind me. And then there's like no weeds, and then boom, all of a sudden there's weeds. Gosh, this graph is gonna be such a game changer. That's so amazing. Gosh, that sunset's so pretty. Ooh, there's a nice one. He hammered it. Oh, he's not as big, and he just dropped my worm. Look at that. You little turd. Ugh. Oh, you're hooked right in the bottom lip. There we go. He is a little guy, but he hammered it. And you stole my worm. Still, you hit like a freight train. Awesome. Thank you. Well, y'all, I think I have a new favorite color. Let's see if we can get another one on the BFS. If they're up in here. I might not have to get all the way to the reeds. He hammered it pretty much as soon as it hit the water. There was another one right next to it. Oh, yep. Yeah, they're in here. And there's so much more fun on the BFS. Go! This little guy's pulling drag. Oh, he came off. That was another one, I think. Might have been a bluegill. Hey y'all, I better shoot my outro before it gets dark. So much fun today. That zoom worm, that bubblicious pink bubblegum color, that thing, man, I've never really been a big fan of zoom, but it put in the work today. That worm is it's bubblegum color. Come on. Like, they eat it. They really do. I caught a bunch. The schoolies were eating it, the bass and the reeds were eating it. We had some awesome strikes. They hit it aggressive. This is definitely going to be one of my new favorite baits. I can still see the schoolies. They're jumping all over the place. It's so much fun. And it's so much fun on the BFS. I can't stop looking around. I'm going to have to go catch a couple more before it gets dark. Or try to catch a couple more. Gosh, it's so much fun. And we got to try out the fishfinder. I just have it like plugged in. It's all wet from that one bass that splashed me. We're in 10 feet of water right here. It looks pretty good. I just got to get the stuff to like mount it correctly because it's kind of a pain in the butt with all the cables all over the kayak. It's been a wonder I haven't like dropped something or lost something, so praise be to God for that. Whew, you see that? Thanks for coming fishing with me, you guys. Remember to fish, learn, repeat. We'll catch you on the next one. It turned into a beautiful night.